Welcome back. Last time, uh, Thancred over there fought Ranjit and almost died, but he survived. And Reen, our new friend, uh, had her talk with our Minfilia and got Minfilia's power and was, set upon the path of having her own life and being able to make her own choices. And now she's found us the next Light Warden here in Malika's Well. Who should we take? I mean, we have to take Thancred because he's the only tank available. But yeah, let's go with who they suggest, Alphino and Green. Cobwebs. Spooky. My dance partner, Reen.
Prepare yourself!
Per usual, we will take it slow, just in case the AI isn't up to pulling multiple packs of enemies at once. What do we have? More baddies. Playing with human players, the usual thing to do is to take that last pack we fought and bring them all the way to this pack and fight them both at the same time. And through this... Oh look, more bad guys. Armadillos and weird lizards. Oh, we're just out of the range of that thing to become aggressive. There we go. Next. Take care of this all by itself, just to make things easier on us. That way we don't have to fight that and these things at the same time. Through here, I wonder. Why, it's the first boss. An armadillo.
Leave the healing to me.
I'll show you.
Stack on me. Oh, we're going here. Alright. Instead of coming to me, they went to a specific place where they wanted me to stack. Alright, so spreading thing makes me go away from it. Spreading purple circles.
Valiant, protect me!
Okay, summon other armadillos.
Keep your guard up!
Which are meant to make things difficult on us by having more than one enemy to worry about. Stack on Alphino. And get out of the way. Get greedy. Oh, so you might have noticed as you've gotten to higher level things, that fan gauge on the right side of the screen, in addition to having the feathers that I use for my fan bands, which is what those markers are, now has a number that fills up. And that is my Esprit gauge, and when it gets to 50, I can use this attack, Saber Dance. On Alphino. Go. That's one boss done. Ooh. Now there's glowy rocks. That thing's called a royal custard, that yellowish enemy. And the nice thing about my fan dances
I'll show you.
is that they are not subject to the global cooldown, which is that when you see what looks like a timer on all of my buttons, that's the global cooldown, meaning I can't do anything when it's doing that, but fan dance is not subject to that. I can do it instantly, which lets you have a little bit of a burst of damage in between your more regular attacks. Treasure. They all followed my path exactly. Let's fight you alone, come on. Fighting one thing alone lets me use some of my weaker attacks instead of using up the longer cooldowns on my stronger things, so I can save them for things like this, a pack of enemies. And the gauge for the Esprit gauge does go up to 100, so I can save up 2 uses of Saber Dance if I want. But it's usually more effective just to use it right away. And my own attacks and the attacks of my dance partner, when they land, build my Esprit gauge. So that's why, one of the reasons it's always beneficial to have a dance partner. Ugh. This Talos has a bucket for a head. Most of the time he's going to spend punching Tancred, but then occasionally he comes to the center to do this, which creates some water, and he pushes us out. We've got to come back in, because he's about to do a spinning move, and we just have to stay behind him. And he moves and sprays water out. And then we just repeat the cycle.
Thaliak, protect me!
And the big spouts of water are always not always in the same place. They're always in a square like that, but I'm not gonna risk trying to do a dance while I'm also trying to avoid an attack. Center again, or away from the center again. This is Kaboom. You do want to line yourself up with
I'll show you.
the gaps between the water spouts, so that when he pushes you back, he doesn't push you through them. They do a bunch of damage. But yeah, it's just that cycle a few times in a row, and then eventually it's done. Oh,
Prepare yourself.
now we've found Sin Eaters. We could drag these all the way to the next point where there's a wall in the way, but might as well fight them, you know, in smaller groups. Now here's some more.
Prepare yourself.
Down. Now we're in this crystal encrusted mining area. So Thancred is gonna... Okay. I want him to fight the one I'm fighting, because it is possible to kill these before they stand up. It looks like they're not doing that. Alright. No biggie. Oh, they are. They've all just picked the one that I wasn't fighting. And now we've got 3 of them up here. Same deal. Let's find out which one they attack. That one. Oh, Thancred's going to attack all of them, so that they're all mad at him. Worked out pretty well, I would say.
You underestimate me.
Some ruins. Cross over this pipe. Looks like we're at the final boss, who is a biblically accurate angel named Storgi, if they're all Greek names, like Philia and Eros. Turn it around, Tancred. Yeah. So this one has a move called Intestinal Crank, which is undodgeable, unavoidable. It just hits us all with it periodically. Okay, when it does this lightning pyramid, stand at the corners to avoid getting hit. Green didn't, for some reason. And then when it does circles like this, you get inside of them. Because it attacks everything outside of the circle. And it's more or less just that, over and over. But it's also going to do things like drop feathers on us. The main point of the feathers, once they've fallen, is to give the boss an extra place to throw up those damage circles. Safe zone circles, as it were. And we just cycle through them. And then repeat the process. We're gonna crank our intestines again. Again.
Leave the healing to me.
Alright, it's gonna drop its feathers again. Now we've got to deal with the lightning pyramids. He's going to do 4 of them in succession. Well, 5.
Keep your guard up.
it with the limit break. Since it does a decent amount of damage. And no one else is going to. So, why not? Out of falling feathers. Oh, now he's doing the circles again. What's the next one gonna be? Oh, there isn't gonna be a next one. We done killed it. Actually could have done that at the end of the last episode and it wouldn't have gone too long based on how quickly we were able to do that. Oh well. Absorb some more light. Oh, ow. It hurts. We should probably tell Y'shtola. Treasure?
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabatha Reng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hell's had gone on.
What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again. What the? Are you seeing this?
Oh. Nighttime.
The sky. It...
Halric. Halric still hasn't turned.
At last, night has returned to Amareng. We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
Ah,
No
crap.
doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorfrey, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
As well he should. For defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host.
You're right there, Alphino.
There the fate of this star shall be decided.
Alice? We did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn. We can but hope the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world beyond changing, but today I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, Asuka. Together. Reed? More than a hunch. Are you feeling alright, Asuka? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its ether. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Calusia, isn't it? I can't feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. We have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest. She sees it too, then. Yeah. Alright, to the Crystarium. Speak with Y'shtola. Where is she? Go. I'm going around in circles. Y'shtola? The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Reen, have you noticed anything peculiar about Asuka's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely, she won't mind. Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside her, though I didn't think anything of it at first. But after we defeated the Warden in Almarangam, I realized something was wrong. You've absorbed its ether, Asuka. The light within you has grown monstrous. Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Ow! I'm breaking, like glass, apparently. Asuka? If naught is done, this will only get worse. Reen, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for her? Extinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then. Understood? Yes, Mother. Understood. Good. Whether you want it or not, you have most certainly earned some respite. Not worth arguing with Y'shtola. She'll win. Let's go to our room. Is everything alright, miss? You don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made bed will improve matters. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Very good. If you should have need of anything at all, pray do not hesitate to call. Hey, Ardbert. So this is where you've been hiding.
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Armorang?
We won.
I see. Minfilia's gone then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
Oh no. This isn't good.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
What just happened?
Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Who dare? Ah, Ghostbert, where'd you go? The Exarch? Hello?
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right?
Maybe, maybe not.
That pain again? And did it pass?
This time?
Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world. The battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare. But for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
Yeah. I'll see it through.
Of that I have no doubt. Even if I had my pick of every Reflections heroes, I could not have asked for a finer champion. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
Having a dream? We are. Heaven's word. No, this isn't right. It would need to be later. After the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Please tell me you've finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment. Very well. Where to next, then? Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Anywhere we go from here will just be more of the same. God, by the sound of that last one, I reckon the Knight's 12 might be the Knight's rubble by now. Is there nothing else we can do? Do? Look around you. This isn't war. This is a sickness and it's spread to every corner of Eorzea. The city-states are in disarray and by all accounts, the Far East faring no better. There'll be nothing left of us when this is over. The world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story, when the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. That's not how it happened. I guess things get embellished in the retelling. I could die happy knowing someone like that was still around. Indeed, but not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Have faith, my friend. We will find her. So were you hopping about, trying to find where I was? The right time to pluck me? Once again, going to sleep in my clothing instead of pajamas. What a peculiar dream. Oh, I left me window open. I'd say that it's time for a costume change. Something fancy. Return to Yulemoor. Ah, Mr. Sossenpfeffer, I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chamber, a message arrived for you from the Exarch. He bids you come to the Ocular at your earliest convenience. And madam, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. To the tower. You there. Let me into the tower.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest?
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but this song is called Defender of the Realm, and I really enjoy it.
That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring Night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrand once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
Yes.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. 'Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Then do enlighten us.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything?
Planetarium time.
In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Heidelin's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Heidelin was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects, strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering. Me being one of them.
Oh.
When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Asian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
Ooh.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined.
So, just to clarify, what he's basically said so far is that the Sundering split not only the world, but the souls of everyone on it. So, with each rejoining, not only is a little bit more returned to the source, but that applies also to the souls. So, Asuka here has her original source portion of the soul, and then 7 more from all of the rejoinings. So she's 8/14ths complete.
Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmur. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Yulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Okay. Well, let's go to Rite then. Oh, no. There you are, Oscar. The others have gone ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Yulmore. Since we faced Lord Vorthry, I felt such fury as I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him was entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles I found the answer. In Vorthry's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he, and he alone, is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he will accept it with the good grace that I did is another question. What is it, Reen? Do you sense the Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if I were a little closer. 'Tis time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Oscar, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure that the path is clear? The closer we are to Yulmore, the more I worry that Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Okie doke. Let's fly. We are to find some Yulmorans. Lord Vorthry, we hear, we obey. Ah. Oh no. They've been turned into zombie people. Where are you? Unless it's not going to clear out the circle until I've done all of it. Maybe. We'll find out. Long live Lord Fothry! Long live Lord Fothry! Oh. Okay, so we missed one back in that first circle. Where are mine enemies? Oh, there. Hello? Voth. He doesn't respond. Now we go talk to Thancred. Hello, Thancred. Ah, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you noticed the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. Y'shtola and Alize are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. Orange, a feast of lies.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthry's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way.
Uh-huh.
But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Oh, Kaishir.
What are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me.
Oh.
See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthry starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nuts, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthry after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Ugh.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin-Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin Eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin-Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave.
Oh.
Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past.
Yeah?
Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Of course. Well, there we have it. We went a little long to make up for going a little short last time. And that's where we're going to call this one, on account of what will likely be a rather long bit coming next. So, next time, we'll assault Yulmore.